Breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are my passion for life.
So I think the first week of Passions on DirecTV went really well. The main difference that I noticed about DirecTV versus NBC was that the music changed some. And I think it's given the show a little bit different of a feel. So now let's get down to some storylines. This week, Fancy really loses it with Louise because, you know, Alistair has implanted her with a mind control device. Now, he's done this to control her and make her a real crane. Now, the thing I've loved most about this is the actual device that they're using looks like something with knobs and twists, and it's got two and a wire. This is the age of the iPhone. Surely the soap people could come up with something a little bit better to be like the mind control device. But whatever, it's Alistair, it's Passions. We don't really expect, you know, technology so much. So Fancy goes off on Louise because she is being controlled, and she gets all upset about Sheridan, who calls Louise to tell him about Marty really being alive. But Louise does not answer the phone. He's really listening to Fancy, and Fancy even slaps him, and it's all gone crazy. And then Alistair keeps turning up the juice, and Pretty asks him not to. Then finally, Alistair says he can't do it all at once, but let me tell you, if it were me and I had these horrible headaches and the nosebleed, I would be going to the hospital regardless of whether I was afraid of something else bad happening, because BTW, that ship has sailed. So Louise gets a call on his cell phone asking him to join Sam, Ivy, Julian, and Esme in the living room. As soon as Fancy and Louise get there, they learn about Fox's murder. Sam is in the middle of questioning Esme because, you know, she was the only one in the room and a likely suspect. But then Fancy talks Sam and everybody into letting Esme off the hook because she couldn't possibly do it. As Julian would say, she's not a murderer, she's just mad. But Julian knows who did do it. Of course, he thinks it's Kay and Miguel. But Louise and Sam aren't having it. That's his brother and his daughter they're talking about. So they get into a little tiff, and the feud between the townspeople and the Cranes continues. And finally, Teresa tells Ethan that little Ethan is his son after little Ethan says that he wishes more than anything in the world it to be true. Now, Gwen tries to get in the way a few times, but I'm really crossing my fingers that this time it happens, because you know, of course, the last word said on this week's show was that Ethan, little Ethan is your son. Well, those weren't the exact words, but you know what I'm saying. Of course, I knew that yesterday that was going to be the cliffhanger, but you know, I still watched and hoped that, you know, it might happen today. But of course it'll happen on Monday, or maybe not even at all, because Gwen might totally come and get back into it and make him think something different. But come on, Ethan, you've got to just like believe, because this storyline is running on forever and ever, and I want you guys to move on to happier things. So, I've really enjoyed my first week of Passions on DirecTV, and it's exciting because really anything could happen, anything at all, because they have new storylines and closing old storylines. So like, instead of being like, oh, I love Passions, you know, I can wait till the weekend to watch it, I can't. I have to come home and watch it like right away, which is exciting. Yay, Passions, you're getting so exciting, and I love you. So that's really all I have to say for now. It's yeah, see you guys next time. Thanks, bye.
Breathe in, breathe out. You keep me